thinking that we're looking.
Okay, Michelle, I just need to mute you. Louise, you naughty girl. I've shut you up now, sis. Right, I think that's how I can hear it quiet. Okay, lovely. I want you to unmute yourself as it goes along. Obviously, we just don't want background noise. So it's not one of those training sessions where it's just me talking. That's the last thing we want. So I'm going to get you up to speed, and then we'll go through some training. We're going to go through question and answers. And also, I'm going to go through a little bit of, not a plan, but where I think I might be able to help you a bit more. So last week, I briefly spoke about the capsules, which I can go over them again. I was going to say recap, but pardon the pun. And the water filter and skincare. What I would like at this moment in time is for you not to really think about the skincare and the water filter, because we've got certain things we need to clarify with that. I've got no information about the skincare to train you up on. It's quite an exclusive product, so we need to look how we're going to bring that to the market. And the water filtration, as we know, is very exclusive as well. And there could be, obviously, there's many, many questions we've got to have answered before we even contemplate that one. Okay. So unless you've got somebody in the States who's interested in the water filtration, let's not bring it into the UK at the moment in time till we get all these questions answered. So that's how we are with that. We'll put those on back burners. The capsules, though, we will be able to order. They're open. Anybody who goes to Vegas, we'll be able to take them away with us. The rest of us will be in the next batch, which obviously will have the leptin in as well. And so we're talking 2nd to 3rd week of August. So if we cover our bats and say end of August for the capsules, you order your capsules through Louise French. Okay, and you order your trial packs where you can put your 3 sticks of coffee in through Louise French. So there are your 2 ways you can order those. What I would love us to do is be able to give Angie on that day of release one hell of a big order in the UK. Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, I'm just meaning, Karen, by first batch, as in the first lot is going to be, yeah, the leptin will be in the first lot, but they're going to go straight out to people who have pre-ordered, and it's the, from what my understanding is, have been on the webinars. If Luann's on, she might be able to clarify this, is people who are going to be at Las Vegas, they'll be able to take some stock away. So I presume that may take quite a lot of the stock up. So then they are saying that obviously it's all going to be on production anyway, and so we'll get them once they come back from Vegas. That's what I'm meaning by that, Karen. Okay, so I can get rid of that. I'll leave the capsule information out in case anybody wants me to go through that with you. You all know about the coffee. You all know about the ingredients of the coffee and how it helps us. I will just go through again about what happened last week, which we did the announcements on Thursday night about what we can and cannot say. And I will always, always be honest. Okay, I've been in businesses where I've not had honesty, and it's not how I play. So I'll always tell you what I know. Okay, so it was an email that came from ASA, so it's Advertising Standards Agency. It's not come from anywhere else. And one of our wonderful ladies put the most fabulous picture on of the before and after of her face, with the results remarkable. But that's the one that's been kind of reported. And all they're saying is that we can't say that it has 2 clinically proven ingredients, because in the UK, they're not clinically proven. Okay, and that's the only thing they're saying. So there is nothing, and this is on social media, this is on Facebook, so there's nothing being said about having to change the packaging. Okay, there's nothing being said about having to do anything with leaflets. I mean, they are privately given, weirdly, leaflets. I am getting all the posts redone and rejiggled around, and I would love people's help on how we could do a different paragraph where we can still mention that there's because obviously we can use words like helps the silhouette of the body or helps you trim up, you know, and they're not even criticizing weight. It's the 2 clinically proven ingredients. That's the only word that was on the actual email. Okay, so the fact that it is FDA approved is a fact, a simple fact. So they're not saying anything about that. They're just saying obviously that sentence, because that's not been in the UK. Karen, the launch in the UK, I cannot give you a date on. These things absolutely take months and months and months to go through. Now, when I'm going to say when Jim Britt and Lewis Volpe got together and built this business and did their business plan, obviously we've got to remember that the old company was out a lot longer in other countries than it was when it came to the UK. So their plan was to obviously get everything done in the States, then Canada, because there was a massive team in Canada and it's not easy to get into Canada. They're very, very strict, in fact stricter than UK. Then the Philippines, mainly because Jane Lee's got thousands and thousands of recruits in the Philippines, and then Japan. The fact that I brought it over to the UK hadn't been on their agenda. But because we're doing so well in the UK, obviously we're opening a lot of eyes. So yes, we will be launching in the UK, but I will never ever give you a time span because I can't tell you when. But to launch in the UK, it has to go through all the different government testings to get clarification and cover all regulations. Okay, so that answered that one. So that is it. That is it. That just on our post, we don't say clinically proven ingredients. Okay, anything else I hear? Any other feedback? And basically, this gentleman said on the email, once that post was taken down, which unfortunately it has been now, but it's been tweaked and it's back up in a different way, then the case is closed. So they are actually on the list, Martin. I checked in February before we launched that all the ingredients, me and Lewis Volpe's personal secretary checked all the ingredients and they are all okay. I went to Direct Selling Association, I went to Trading Standards, I hired a solicitor, I went to Customs and Excise, I went to my local Doncaster Chamber of Commerce. But it's a different ballgame if we wanted to have a distribution centre here to us all being independent distributors. As independent distributors, we are okay and we are safe. They just don't want us to use that sentence. It'd be different, obviously, when we're proper distribution centre. So that's why I'm going down that path again now, but it won't be overnight. Okay, so what I would like is, I know there's lots of little queries and I get lots and lots of messages and I don't have an issue with that, but what I do every day is I send one email to the people that it's relevant to at head office, and I think we've got to remember that there's nearly 3,000 in the Global Vitae team altogether. Global team, I can tell I've had a long shift, and they're getting emails from everyone. Okay, so I think what's happening is I'm not getting the answers back as quickly, or they're getting lost up there at head office. So I've got myself a little handover book today. So everybody's question I'm going to write down, even though obviously I email it on, and then I'll cross it off when it's actually been properly dealt with. So what I'd like you to do, it would be preferable if you could, not everybody send me questions, but if you have group chats and everything, collate a list of questions for me, get one person to send them to me, and tonight I'll stay up. I've got a Zoom call at 10 o'clock, then I'll stay up and I will get them sent to whoever it should be. I'll get them in my book, and then until that person comes back and it's crossed off, it's going to be in my book and left open. And I think that's the only way that I can help everybody on an individual basis. And I know they're just little questions. Our main thing is because we're doing everything by PayPal. So everything for us is not automatic. Every transaction that goes through this team has to be put through manually. Okay, so I would like you all to think of a list of questions. This is what you need your pen and paper for. And I'd also like you all, if your back office isn't saying at what manager level you should be at, I'd like that message, please. So I just need your name, your ID number, and obviously then it'd be how many you've got in your front line, how many you've got in your team. If it is correct in the back office, that's fine. If it's not, please send me a message, because I'm going to put all those on one email and make sure that they're all correct. Okay, so a list of questions and your manager status. And then, how many we've got with us now? 36. Okay, fantastic. I know a few people are finding the whole recruitment thing. Some people are flight recruitment, some people don't. Some people find it a little bit uneasy. We know that the product is amazing and it sells itself. Okay. And I know that people have different confidence levels, and I understand all that, and that's what this training is for. So will there be some people in this training who have been network marketers and build huge teams and go, oh God, this is all old news for me? But I'm trying to think of everyone. And the main thing that's coming back, apart from these little questions that are individual, which is why I'd rather deal with them individual, I will open up for questions as well. How can people sign up from Pakistan if they don't have PayPal? Can they not connect a credit card to it, Anza? Then I'm going to just kind of cover over recruitment, and then we'll open up everything to questions. So obviously if people covered recruitment quite a lot, then please just bear with me, and obviously I'm going to open up to question and answers, and obviously I'll write them down as well. But what I would like you all to do, I'd like you to get your pen and paper for me. So I just want you to do a yes or no to some questions for me, please. Oh, they're coming in fast and furious already. Fantastic. Okay, so you've all got pen and paper. This isn't for the people who have just joined us very recently, unless you have been with another network marketing company, because it will be relevant to how you are. Network marketing, like I say time and time again, is a profession. We don't go to university, we don't go to college, we don't go to night school. We're thrown straight into it. No books to read apart from Eric Worre and Tony Robbins, which are all on your mindset. We think we're going to sell a ton load of product immediately, that we're going to have a villa back following summer, and we're going to be retired by Christmas. Okay, and then the realization is it's not quite like that. It is a profession you have to learn. It is something that you have to build up on. And I don't want people to beat themselves up for that, because that's, I think, where I was 2.5 years ago. Everybody said to me, it'll be a couple of years before you really get your feet under the table, and that's been really, really correct. And to see it all as a 2 to 5 year plan financially as well. And at the time I was 45, and I said to Louise, right, when we're 50, we're going on a cruise. And that's our plan. That's what we're aiming towards. Louise and I is a cruise from the 50th. And that will be, that 5 year plan. So, like I say, if you've not been with Vitae for long, but you have been with another company, I'd still like you to do this little questionnaire. So, on a monthly basis, on a 4-week basis, do you do 15 or more personal presentations? Now that I mean Zoom call. I don't mean to your team, I mean to a potential. So do you do a 3-way call? Do you do a one-on-one call? Do you do a presentation? Do you do the comp plan presentation? Can you say you do 15 or more on a monthly basis? And all we need is a yes or a no. And there's not going to be any answers at the end. I've been no one to tell me. And someone just mute, please. Oh, there we go. I think I've got, yeah, fantastic. Okay, so 15 or more monthly presentations where you've approached somebody and you've got it to the next stage of, from a cold message to the next stage where you can actually do more with them. You can present something to them. You get an interaction. The second one, this is quite easy for us, I think, and the only reason you won't be doing this is if you medically can't. Are you 100% a product user? So I think we should have a lot of yeses for that one. Now, as you all know, I can't stand coffee. I can't stand tiramisu or coffee cake. I have mine in a large glass of almond milk, or I have it in a make a coffee tea, or I have it as a knockback, and mainly it's a knockback first in the morning, and I just eat some medicinal coffee and I knock it back. So if I can do that, then unless somebody medically can't have it, or intolerance or things like that, then we should have a yes for that one. Okay. Capsules obviously will be coming in soon. Then thirdly, are you keeping up to date with your AMP? So have you already done your AMP this month, or have you got a day scheduled? I know we can't set it up because we haven't got that facility yet in the UK, but they are working on that. But are you up to date with your AMP? You know how many boxes you need, and you know when you're going to place the order so that you're being compliant. And have you got your 2 customers in your back office as well? I'll come back to that one, Catherine, love. Okay, next one. So we kind of join a cult, don't we? We're coming to network marketing. It's all about, meditation and affirmations and positive thinking and listening to something and watching something and doing your goal lists on a Sunday night in your dream board, and basically your spouse thinks you've lost the plot, the kids think you've gone absolutely Fruit Loop, and you don't even tell your friends. So your next question is, do you do a bit of something for you? I'm not going to turn around and say that, which I know a lot of companies do, you should be doing 20 minutes this and watching this, watching that. What I'm saying is, are you working on yourself? Because we know with this, we have to be strong for objections. We know that it doesn't matter if someone says no. It's just a no. It's not the end of the world. If somebody you've been working with for a little while said no, it's not the end of the world if somebody you've been contacting or not contacted for a few weeks but we thought you built up a friendship signs up with somebody else. You just have to go, one of those things, doesn't matter. But because of that, sometimes that can get you down. So it's all got to be down to how you work on yourself, your personal development, your mindset, empowering yourself. So do we do that preferably daily, but if not, on a regular basis? Okay. Your next one is, do you attend all Zoom calls? So we've got 34 on this call and we've got over 170 in the team. So people who actually listen to this, I know that they could say, well, I'm catching up. I do think it's very different on a Zoom call, because when we open it up, we've got everybody's characters and personalities asking the questions and things like that. So also, do you come onto the potential call because you need to learn that compensation plan? Okay. And the only way you can learn it is by reading it and listening to it and jumping on to see if your new recruits are on there. So they can't try and say, yes, I was. And you go, well, actually, it wasn't, because I was on myself. Okay, so are you interacting on the fact that you regularly, I don't mean every time, we all have things on, you regularly come on training, you regularly come on potential call, and I know a lot of people here, because I see your names time and time again, so that's fantastic, that you keep an eye on the chats. Now, we have a chat that has gone through so many different subjects over these last 3 days, it's untrue. I won't even discuss today's subject, because someone's already in the naughty room, and I can see she's come out because she's on the call. But we have a fantastic chat. But you don't have to follow that. You can come in and out of it. The information that is vital will be in the fact file, and it will be in your frontlines chat, because I always put it to my frontline and then it needs to be duplicated down. So don't worry if you cannot follow through on that chat. I like us to have a chat group, because not everybody is in this for the money. People are in this for friendship, for connections, for bonding with people, for having a laugh. So I don't want our chat to go. But I understand you can come back to it and it says 58 messages and you think, well, I just can't do that. Okay. The information that is vital will be in the other two chats. So are you connecting with those? And I do really feel that you need to look at those, because there's not much goes in those. The fact file is purely for facts, and your front line will only be chatting with your front line. So that group will not be humongous at this stage. So if you can just go through those every 24 hours, you'll be fine. If something was vital, your sponsor would contact you straight away. Okay. And are you a team player? By a team player, that means, are you doing duplication? Because our team's growing, and without duplication, we're not going to be as tight as what we have been, and we've done so well at staying really, really tight and united. So do you follow duplication? Do you respect cross lines, which I greatly see with this? The friendships that are building with these cross lines are phenomenal. So it's respecting cross lines. It's obviously not doing the poaching with things like that, if you know, things like that, which everybody understands. And obviously you have your code of conduct and your professionalism as well, don't you? And just general edification as well, that you may turn to somebody who's in a cross line and go, would you be free to do a 3-way call with me? And they could edify you and you edify them and help them get a team member. And because that would be returned. So it's a matter of being a whole team player, and that's what I have really loved with this team, is seeing what people give. See that people put what's helped them in the chat, you know, and obviously I may miss bits of those chat. I really do try and catch up. If it's something vital, let me know and I can put it in our Facebook page, which same again needs to be obviously checked on a daily basis. Our Facebook group will never have an abundance of information. We need it to be factual. Okay, so it's never going to have everybody's promotion unless we get a diamond in the team. And it's never going to have everybody's manager status and things like that. It's going to be kept factual. But if something's good that can help us, then my goodness, let's get it in there. We've had people give us good scripts, and it's great to get scripts from gentlemen because they have a different take on things. So I think it's really great that we've got more gentlemen in the team. I like to talk to gentlemen because they see things differently to us, and it's great to see their different mindset as well. We've had people who do the odd motivational video that is great if people are just feeling a little bit low. So all that is really good. So out of all those, I want you to mark yourself and see how many yeses you've got and how many no's you've got. Because that will give you more of an indication of how committed you are to this business. So it's a matter of you have to do what's right for you and how you work around your business. Okay, and some days you'll have more time than others. Some people are working this alongside full-time jobs and commitments and for full taxi service. If you just look at that list, then, because I think people are very quick to jump on failure is not theirs, it's the companies, it's the uplines, it's this person, it's that person, when really failure is down to ourselves. Like we say all along, we're independent business people. It's up to us. It doesn't matter whether I do training every night. I can't make someone sell a coffee or recruit a team member. That has to be down to the individual person. The training that we do, you will find, is just duplicated training that's been in network marketing fields for many, many years. Many, many years. It's a little different slant on it now because we've got social media, which we didn't have that before, but it has been around for many years. Okay, so it's just a matter of being able to be responsible for your own actions. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, so have a look at that, and then maybe we'll do that in a couple of months and just see if that's changed at all, because you do need to have, obviously, have a certain amount of commitment if you want to grow. They always say, don't they, if you treat network marketing as a hobby, it'll pay you as a hobby. If you treat it as a job, pay it as a job. When I was in my very first business, and it wasn't allowed to actually advertise on social media initially, but that changed very rapidly. We had team members, and you'll be in businesses that this happened before, but they didn't have so many commitments as obviously a lot of other ladies that stayed up till 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock, literally. That was when it was a numbers game. When it wasn't a matter of building up a reputation with somebody, it was a numbers game. And then the next morning, everybody they did friend requests till 2 o'clock and did way over 30. The next morning, everybody accepted straight in there with the spiel, and they hit promotions so rapidly and so fast, and they grew so fast with the business, and they've actually maintained those titles as well, if I'm honest with you. And they were back up at 6 to go to work. Okay, but they could fit that in their lives. I'm not saying we can. All I'm saying is let's be responsible for our own actions and our own business, and I'm here to help anybody any way I can. But it is, it is down to us, isn't it? We've got a fantastic product, we've got a great company, we've got a generous compensation plan, so let's just go and smash it. Okay, so a few people kind of get a few issues with recruitment. So this is just one subject we're going to cover over this evening, then we're going to do question and answers. So recruitment doesn't have to be a numbers game. But also, one area that really freaks me out is this whole building up a relationship. I was told that you look at someone's timeline and you turn around and say, oh, I love those red shoes you've got on. Where do you get them from? Oh, I loved your gold dress on Saturday night. I'm a 47-year-old woman. I'd be done for paedophilia. I mean, it's just not my way at all. That is just not how I could actually build up a conversation with someone. Okay, so I think more of a natural one and a comforting one is we tend to make friends with people in the same profession. So, and all that beating around the bush as well of, hi, how are you? You having a good day? How's things? Oh, I can't be doing with all that neither. So I think it's just a matter of being pleasant, do your initial pleasantries, then just go, you know, what do you do for a living? And if they're not in network marketing, it could be, how is your work? And if it's not good, just say, well, have you thought of anything else? Is there anything else that interests you? If it's network marketing and it's not going so that well, have you thought of another company? Have you thought of something else? There's a lot of companies where you're not allowed to work with another company. That was the first question I asked with Vitae. Can I work with other companies? Because I knew I was already in like cryptocurrency and there was no way I was packing that in. And that was one of the first questions, and the answer was from Lewis is, you can do what you want. You're an independent businessman. And I'm just looking for this little child, but I can't find. Oh, I've lost. I don't know where. There's an unmuted one. So obviously people have to be wary of that, but it is just a matter of talking to people, and that is purely from your own home. So I would now tonight, once I've done this Zoom call at 10, spend an hour just connecting with people that connect during the day, and then I get up at 6 and I start again, because obviously, as you know, today I've just done a 12-hour shift and I really struggle to answer messages, never mind do anything else. So between 9 and 8:45 tonight, I've been fully booked up. So you have to do what's right for you, but I think that's really good. You can either do that when you've got the kids with you, or you can kind of do that a little bit easier. And obviously you can go, I'm expanding a new business alongside what I currently do. If you'd like any information, forward me an email address, I can send you some information on it, maybe something that'd interest you. In the meantime, have a look at this, and you could just send, one of the first videos. Okay, so you could just send something like that. Then obviously we have got our interested group chat, and we've got our interested Facebook group that you can add people to once they're creating a bit more and they want to know more information. So it's always kind of going it's an opportunity to earn an extra income alongside what you're currently doing. Okay, so we've got quite a few different scripts in our Facebook group that you could follow and tweak to yourself. If it's one of Luann's scripts, it'll have every emoji going on your phone. But then you always know you're getting a message from Luann, which is what I love. I have a full row of emojis before I even start my message, and I wouldn't want it any different from her. Ah, there we go, I found. It was Anna. So then obviously you've got so many other different ways, haven't you? And it depends what you are like as a character and as a person, but you have to be careful with your timeline that you don't just swamp everyone, because people will get fed up of coffee. And a lot of networkers don't even have their business on their Facebook. And I think I told you the story at the beginning of the year when I was just at the very cusp of this, that a young gentleman who I'd worked with as a cross-line, who I really like, voice messaged me 3 long messages saying that I shouldn't jump from ship to ship, and I should concentrate on one business, and I'll get a bad reputation for myself, and blah, blah, blah. And I kind of went, well, where have you got that from? Because if you check my timeline, there wasn't anything on there. There wasn't anything on there at all. And then I did actually a little bit while later that it was kind of a different sort of recruitment tactic. Well, I wouldn't play that one because it kind of went down a bit like a lead balloon with myself, to be honest. But so we've discussed social media. On your social media, it's not just your Facebook, is it? It's your Twitter, LinkedIn.
Yes, no.
I know, I think your baby keeps knocking off your mute button. It's your Instagram. Don't even ask me about Snapchat. I've no idea what you do with Snapchat. But LinkedIn obviously is very, very good if you want in a business market. So you're going to go with a business opportunity. Instagram is fantastic for the sales of the coffee. Instagram is getting huge. And your Facebook, I will just get a really great interaction. I mean, if we've got a lot of people on here with children now, then obviously that's going to be great over the next 6 weeks holidays. It's showing that you're having time with children whilst working your business. it's creating a different look, isn't it, for you? And yes, for everybody who's grandparents, I've got some fantastic pictures for you of grandparents as well, that I can share a little bit as soon as I come off the call. So there is no advertising at all on any form of sales sites. That is in your terms and conditions of Vitae Global. If you check your back office, you can sell on your private, if you've got a private website, a private Shopify, and obviously on your Facebook, but there's no form of eBay, Amazon, Gumtree or selling sites, and that tends to be the norm for all network marketing. That is one of the compliancy rules, is no selling sites. Okay, just saw that pop up. So over the summer holidays, you're going to be going on holiday, or if you're lucky to go on holiday, maybe going away for a few days. And I always think in those positions, they don't know you at all. So chat, chat to people. People say, what do you do? I often now don't even say I have a beauty salon, but that's only because I don't need staff in my beauty salon. And if I'm in Spain, I can't get clients for half leg rats in my beauty salon. So I would say I was a network marketer. If I was out of Doncaster, I would say I was a network marketer. And that, if they ask me more, I'd ask that I've got a beauty salon as well. So you've got an opportunity there to actually meet probably a lot of different new people over the next 6 weeks. And we're also going down the path of, we can still obviously go down the path that our coffee is amazing for helping us lose weight, but we're looking at the different aspects of our coffee. We always wanted to push it was a healthy coffee, so we've got the energy levels, the mental focus, the mental clarity. We've got pictures of frantic people with, juggling so many aspects over these next 6 weeks. And then in the autumn, well, as soon as they go back to school, then obviously we can hit all the slimming and health up to Christmas. Same again with the weight loss. We'll never lose that weight loss aspect. We're just trying different ideas. So you are building up relationships. You're building up relationships with different people. You could be at a park over the summer and be chatting to someone whilst the kids are playing. You've also got, obviously, I know that a lot of people don't do as many hobbies over the holidays, but always think you've got people there that you can chat to. People will be seeing a difference. If someone said to you, gosh, you're looking really well, then maybe not just say, oh, thank you very much. Say, it's because of my coffee. So you could, or it looked like you've lost a bit of weight. Yeah, it's because of my coffee. Don't just say thank you. Just say it's because of my coffee. Or I can't believe how many, I get a lot of, and Louise gets, how do you two fit everything in? How do you do everything that you do? Right, my coffee, I've got no chance. It's my coffee that enables me to do what I do. So you've got that way that if people actually comment to you face to face, then bring the coffee up there and then. And so obviously you've got all those aspects. You've got work aspects. If people are still in a form of work, or people who've left work, or for any different reason, that you've got a lot of connections there. So you can just message them, send a text, say hi, not been in touch for a while, how are you, how's things? And after a while, it's very rare for people to say, not to say what you're up to, how are you, what you're up to, and that's your link in then. Okay, so there's just many different ways that you can think of recruitment without going down the, oh my God, I can't do this, this is too scary. And what's the worst thing to say? No. The worst thing to say is no thank you. It may be the fact that how many people have had a no thank you, then a few months later when they see you being successful, they go, tell me a bit more about that coffee. I think I want to know a bit more now. You've just been on holiday, or you've just managed to take the kids here, there and everywhere. You've got the 6 weeks holidays off. Can you tell me a little bit more? So don't everybody rule anybody out. Remember, write everybody's names on your Google spreadsheets. Write down the name, how you contacted them, what information they've got, and what information you've got off there, so whether it's an email, phone number, or whether it's just a link, Facebook link, Instagram, whatever. Okay, they're people that you can always come back to, because you could always come back to them, remember, with the capsules. So people who've said to you, just think, if you've not wrote down your customer list since you joined, and if you've been joined now a few months, and they had the coffee or they couldn't have the coffee, you can still make them aware of the capsules. I haven't got any posts done yet, and I won't until I have seen the packaging, but I'm not allowed to do anything with it. So, and it's beautiful. But once we have, I will get that done, and I want to have proper wording, compliant wording. Obviously, we'll check that with the leptin and see how we are with that. The wording that we can use. So we haven't got any posts, but I am going to get a post on just factual for your benefit. So just about the capsule and everything like that, but it just be a factual one. It's not one to share. The other thing is obviously over the holidays, and especially when we started in autumn and Christmas, and this is what I'm telling you now, because they actually start arranging things like this now, is school fairs, autumn fairs, Christmas fairs. You'll have them at your local community centres, you'll have them at the schools, you can have bigger venues, you can have a lot of people have like festivals and health and mind sort of seminars and workshops, and they hire bigger places and cities. So you could look at the bigger venues to actually obviously look at getting a stall, a stand. All you need is your posters. You could get a roller blind done. You don't need to think of a huge expense. We just need a cracking tablecloth. You've got promotional information, you've got your coffee. I would save all your empty boxes. Don't ever throw a box away. I always, if it's a regular customer, I message them and say, do you need the box? They'll go, no, love, it's fine, I've read the box, and I save the boxes. The empty boxes then can go to the local salon, just to go in the window or on the reception desk to create an interest. Or they can go, in their display cabinets. You can also save them so it makes the display look better for yourself. If you're doing a fair, then you'd have to take orders if you run out of stock. But there's no good being running out of stock by 10 o'clock. No, probably not 10 o'clock. I'm exaggerating, aren't I? 1 o'clock, and you just stood there then looking a fool and you've got nothing on your desk. Even if you've got your empty boxes, it still look good and just say, I've completely sold out. I can get an order to you next week. Okay, so save your boxes. So be thinking about things like that. Also, you may find that your local, if you've got the kids at playgroups, these fun, I forgot what word, because it's teenagers now, or your fun play areas, your soft play areas, you could actually maybe say, can I bring a table? And you could either give them a donation, or you could do a deal with the manager and go, I'll give you a week's supply of coffee if you let me do a table. And I would always have balloons, the balloons that float, because then kiddies always want to come up, and lollipops. Bring the kids across, say to them, well, bring your mum across and you can have a lolly, you can have a balloon, and you give them a leaflet. They may want the coffee, they may want to pre-order, you can contact them later, say, would you like a trial? But that is a great way, especially with the balloons and lollipops, and they have to bring the mummies, the daddies, the grandparents, aunties, anybody who's looking after them. They get a lollipop, you get contact details. And what I would do is I would do a free prize draw for the contact details for a box of coffee. Okay, so you work out how much box coffee for you. You think how busy these places will be and how many leads you can get from them. And then it's up to you then to follow up and go, so sorry you missed out on the draw, but would you like some more information? Or you might want to send one sticker coffee, or you might want to say, these are the costs if you are interested in the future. Okay, so it's just a matter of creating contacts. You do have to be careful of trading standards at fairs. You also have to be careful of data protection. Okay, so you need to make sure you're covering data protection, because you are collating email addresses or phone numbers. Okay, if you are actually doing trade fairs, they will have all rules and regulations there, the organisers, so you could just clarify what their rules and regulations are. But I mean, I go to lots, and I've actually worked on a lot of the huge big beauty shows at like NEC and G-Max in Manchester, and the one in London. So they're capable to be done. We've had very, very small stands on those, so there's the capabilities, but you just need to make sure you've got all your boxes ticked. And if someone does do that, then maybe they could share that information for everybody else. Okay. But your free prize draws are really good. Also, wine and nibble night, you could do it for charity, but you sell a ticket for it. So you could invite close friends initially, or you could make that a little bit wider circle that could bring a couple of friends with them. You could do some fun things with the coffee. You could, I don't know, you could make ice cubes and put in a Tia Maria. You could do a morning coffee morning and everybody have a bit of like a protein shake or a milkshake that you've made with a coffee. And obviously buns aren't ideal, but if it's for charity, I'm sure that Lewis wouldn't mind a bun going against his coffee. But you could do that, and then same again, they could do a draw, and you could get their details, and the draw is a box of coffee or a little bit of a hamper that's got your coffee in there. So you could open that up to many different circles of people, whether it's friends, acquaintances. You could also actually do presentations in your own home. So if you've got a few women that you know are struggling, I'm sorry for the guys, I keep saying women. I know it's the same for guys, so please don't think I'm being sexist when I keep saying women. But if you know a few people that are finding finances particularly difficult, you could just say, why don't you just come around, I've got something to show you. And you could set up your laptop, same again. You could do a taster session, and you could just show them a video. You could whiz through the comp plan and let them have to think about it. So it's a little bit of a business meeting in your own home. Obviously, you can do those, have done those for previous companies in a room in, like, we've got a really nice club in our village in Sprockborough in Doncaster, and we've done them there, and I've had a few people on the call here with me and presented the comp plan. So if you've got a few people in your area, especially, I don't know whether my team from down in all the Colchester area, is anybody from the whole Colchester team? Exactly, Catherine Macmillan would be fantastic. No, I don't think my Colchester team are on. But you obviously have got people that you connect with, and this is where you can work with cross lines. Okay, so we could get a team map, couldn't we, of UK, and we could highlight areas where people are, because what you would be doing on a open night, a launch, you could have a launch in your village, in your town, is that if you've got people local to you in the next time that don't mind travelling 20, 30 minutes, you can support each other. Oh, you're in Colchester. Fantastic, Catherine. I think we've got a few more people in that area, so you could all work together and you're bringing your personal potentials to a open night. And one of you obviously hosts, one of you do the compensation plan, you can have a try of the coffee, and you're working together. Remember, we're not competing against each other. We're working as a team. Okay, so it's vital that we do that. So if I had a lot of people in my area in Doncaster, or if my team members locally fancied doing that, then I would do that for them. And if we've got some team leaders, they may say, right, I'm going to do one in so-so town. Who else in this area? And people might go, right, I'll travel and bring a few people with me. You know, people will travel an hour to actually go and see something. So if we have somebody that was in Manchester who said, right, I'm going to organise something for autumn, because I won't do anything over the 6 weeks holidays, organise something for autumn on so-and-so day, would love you to come and work with me and bring people, but start small. Start in a back room of a pub or a club, or if someone's got a spare part of their house or anything like that. Don't be putting a lot of expense into it, but you can easily do a presentation that way. Okay, and then you're taking potentials to that, aren't you? And you're chatting to them, and they can try the product rather than just coming on a Zoom call at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday night. Okay, so we're now 10 to 10. Obviously, the way of equipment is you can do leaflet drops. Got quite a few people do leaflet drops, which is working out well. They're getting response back from that. Also, literally walking and talking. Getting your leaflets, just thinking, what have I got to lose? So no, and going into your coffee shops, your beauty salons, your hair salons, your tanning, your spas, your boutiques, and just saying, can I leave this leaflet with you? If you've got a follow-up, if you've got a connection, you might want to go back and to the manageress, give them 3 sticks of coffee. And that's all a way of creating customers. And we are finding we're having a high turnover of our customers becoming actual team members. So if you've got a customer that's on their 2nd or 3rd box of coffee, you may say to them, have you thought about doing this yourself? Have you thought about actually, you know, selling this coffee yourself? Okay, so there's many different ways there, and I know that a lot of these team members will know of many, many more as well. I just wanted to cover some, especially the people that may be feeling a little bit nervous of it, that it's just a matter of tomorrow. Anybody who's a bit nervous or pull or a brick wall because I had a few no's or I've lost that fire in the belly, I want you to connect with me tomorrow and I want you to tell me one thing that you've actually done. Whether it's message someone, popped into your local salon, anything. Just tomorrow, go for it. And just do one thing. Because when you've done one thing, that will build up your confidence then. Even if it's a no, you've done it. Sometimes it's just doing it. And then you'll move on from that. Okay, so I'm going to get my pen and paper together. Like I say, I am very happy for people to actually send me things privately and PM me. Because then obviously I've got it there and I can send it to an email. But if anybody wants to generally ask a general question rather than specific one to you, and a specific one, I mean like your manager status, anything about points or commissions or anything about your team, well, do those privately to me. What's happened to the top of my head there? But anything that could help the whole team, then please type away or unmute yourself. Oh, right, we're going then. Are we done? Are we all okay? Are we all great? Trust you. No, get the diamond.
I am nearly highlighting somebody else's query. Excuse me. Right,
hold on a minute. Everybody unmute. I want everybody to unmute your buttons. And can we all say a huge, huge congratulations to Luann, our first diamond. Woo!
Congratulations! Congratulations!
Oh, there we go. There we are.
Oh, Martin.
I'm just getting into that, Martin.
No, I'm not going to do any more singing.
Oh, what a shame.
Thank you very much, everybody. Obviously, well, I'm not going to do a speech, of course I'm not. But I can say there is one reason, top of the tree, why that has happened so quick, and it is, as I keep boring everybody with, it is our product. Simple as that. So everything that Alison's just been saying about different methods of getting it out there, it will categorically, no doubt, build your sales, it'll build your team, it'll build your business, because people are trying it, and like that advert, 9 out of 10 cats, they're loving it. So it's simple as that. Girls, keep your voices down a bit. Yeah, you know, people are absolutely loving it. So that's the secret. Find a way that you feel comfortable with to get it out there and get it out there. But that isn't what I unmuted myself for, actually. But thank you for the congratulations. Catherine has asked a few questions about which companies we're fully opening, etc., etc. So I just wanted myself and Alison to answer that the answer to that is none. It hasn't even launched yet in its host country, which it is on the 4th of August. So although we are fully in flow over here, and we've got the product in the country, we're delivering it next day to new team members, etc., we're still not fully open. There are no countries in the world at all where we're fully opened. It's just that some countries have demanded it so strongly that the host country and the host state, which is California, have met the needs of the various areas in the world where the demand was high, and then they ship over to us so that we can distribute it, etc. So that's the stage that we're at. So there are no countries really that have fully. It's that we're in pre-launch in several countries, and Catherine's other question was, can we recruit in countries that are not up and running? What we're doing at the moment for the UK team, which are obviously we're spread way beyond the UK anyway. We are, as we're signing people up in Gibraltar, Canada, wherever, we are either shipping to them from the UK in the normal way that you would send a gift to a friend in another country, which is just that it's parcelled up and it goes to the post office. So if it's a new member, then that's done by myself and the delivery squad. We go and send it to wherever. We sent some to Erin in Gibraltar recently. We've sent it to Australia. It's gone all over the place. If it's a customer of yours, you can just send it yourself. If it's very close to America, we've had the Caribbean, we've had Canada, then America shipped to there because that's just far more practical. But if it's Europe or going in the other direction, then it's been posted from the UK. So really, there is nowhere that we cannot recruit. Obviously, there's some countries where it's more difficult to send to because in certain parts of the world, people haven't got their own address. They collect from a post office box, which causes complications. But technically, there's nowhere really that we couldn't sign a new team member up in, because I am able to walk to the post office and send your new member's coffee via the normal postal service. So it's as straightforward as that. Does that answer your main questions, Catherine?
Yes.
Perfect. Great. Okay.
Anything
else in the chat that
I'm just going to go back now. Okay. They can't see the screen for the sparkle coming off your diamond. That's exactly right, Karen. So you've gone to a salon, they've said 3 times no, and then today they've said yes. It is a matter of keep going back, but you just don't. I'll tell you another thing that I've done in the past is when people, especially if they've not answered, because how many messages do you send and people don't even open them, is to go back and say, look, there's a very fine line between being helpful and being a pest, and I don't want to cross that line. Would you like me to put you on my list to contact you in a couple of months, or would you like me to take you off my list? And people don't tend to be like taken off lists. And they'll have to come back and go, oh, so I've just got a bit, oh no, I can't afford it at the moment. Please don't take me off your list. Okay. It's not going to stop us, launched or not. No, it's definitely not, Martin. We're signing up new people. The screen goes through to AMP to be added. Does this mean AMP? No, it just goes through. You just go on to the next part, don't you, Bridget? So when it signs up, it's there because obviously that we don't have a different back office to the rest of the world. So we go down those 3 boxes and it says, complete, doesn't it? And then we go into what we're ordering, whether it's the beginner, success or entrepreneur package. But it's just the fact that obviously we don't have a different back office to everybody else, but some people will be able to do that AMP there, Bridget, but we can't at the moment. Yeah, Martin, oh yeah, okay, I'll come back to that one. Give me my one. Right. Ask. Right, yeah, capsules are amazing. Everybody knows the information about the capsules so far, don't they? If I can get a post done in the next couple of days, will that be okay for everyone? Or does anybody want me to go through it? You're all okay? Right. Anybody got any other questions? Please unmute yourself or let me know. I'll just let you know for this week that I have got some availability Tuesday and Thursday if anybody wants 3-way calls or me to do Zoom calls. Okay. Okay. Right, Bridget, you happy with that? Okay, that's lovely. Oh, somebody's raised the hand. Do you want to unmute yourself, Galaxy S6? Or type in the chat. Or did you not know you'd raised your hand? Oh, I've been charged for the AMP. Okay, so basically the AMP is something that is, I've been charged for the AMP. I think you may be best privately messaging me because I'm not quite sure where you're coming from with that. An AMP is an automated monthly payment that we have to have to be compliant. All network marketing companies have to have them. And so if you joined this month in July, you don't need an AMP until August. Okay, so it's always the month after. Your AMP, it is 1 box if you come in at beginner, it's 2 boxes if you come in at success, and 3 boxes if you come in at entrepreneur. Or you can order your 5 or 14 boxes as stock. So obviously the more you order, the better cost it is for your coffee anyway. So you get a better retail amount. If you're only ordering 1 and 2, you're just kind of making that cost back. Which I think I'm very happy with that, because I've been with companies where I've had to pay for that much stock or put that much money into it that I've just got products coming out every cabinet. So the fact that I can actually sell that coffee and get my money straight back, and I fulfill the requirement to the company, pleases me a lot. So, okay, Catherine, listen, Catherine, if you haven't already gone, just connect with me if you need me. You ordered 5 boxes. Right, so the person who's on the Galaxy S6, if you've ordered 5 boxes, just private message me, please. It's Alison Hall Beswick, and let me know whether you mean you ordered 5 boxes in June and then this month you pay for 1 box, because that could be the case, or whether you've ordered 5 boxes and 1 box in the same month. I'm not quite sure. So if you can private message me, then that'll be great. Have we got any other questions?
I just want to very quickly share a little experience that I had this evening when somebody came round to see me just to find out a bit more about the business. They are currently with another network marketing company, and when I told them the AMP requirements for the level that they were considering coming in at, I nearly had to pick them up off the floor. They asked, in fact, it made me question myself, and somebody might remember me putting in the group chat, checking how much it was to join at the 5 box level, because they kept saying to me, Luann, that can't be right, that cannot be right. They couldn't believe that how amazing the price was to come in at that particular level. So I put it in the chat because I thought, have I got it wrong? Am I having a senior moment? So I checked in the chat to make sure I'd got the price right that I've been quoting to people for months. But they couldn't believe that with their current company, they had to spend on a very comparable product, very similar. Their AMP auto ship requirement was 3 boxes, and they've just had taken from their bank £145 for 3 boxes. To start at the same level with us, it's just 1 box. So they couldn't believe it. And that, to some people, that's the deal breaker, because they're scraping the money together as it is to come in at whatever level they can afford. But then that thought of what they've got to then buy again next month becomes scary on day 1 for a lot of people. Now, our AMP needs to be bigged up massively. Obviously, we do have the requirement of the 2 customers as well. But then they had another fall to the floor moment when I told them that forget generating those 2 customers, they got $30 per customer back in commissions. And then when I highlighted that the customer is happy as a pig in you know what, because their customer is paying less than they would to buy the product directly from them, because they get invoiced $59.99 for the 1 box of coffee plus the low cost for shipping. They had me questioning my own business, because they kept saying, are you sure? And what I found the discussion was coming round to with this potential was that whatever they were asking me, they were saying was better than their current experience, whether it was a product question or a question about monthly commitment, about spend, whether it was a value for money question, whether it was a comp plan question. You could potentially post things on social media or have as your theme for the day something different every single day that doesn't have to be anything to do with weight loss. And we smash, in my opinion, every other company to bits on every level. So let's just flood wherever you want to flood with everything that's fantastic about Vitae Global, because it is. And that's why I've had the best achievements I've ever had with any company, faster than ever with this business, because it is just stonking. And that person who came round tonight highlighted that to me very much, because they had me questioning, was it right what I was telling them? Because I've sounded myself as though it was too good to be true. I thought, I'll sign up myself. This sounds amazing. And because it is.
Oh, aren't you wonderful?
Oh,
Right, okay.
I gave my Pims and lemonade.
Really?
Yeah, that's what my potentials have. They have seasonal drinks. I've got...
What about a cup of coffee?
Oh, we don't do that. That's how I get them signed up.
I don't know. Get them drunk first. Right, okay. Fantastic. Wonderful. So, please send me your messages. So they're just specific messages of little areas. I want by this time next week that everybody do it in very simple format for me to understand it. Not that I'm thick or anything, just the fact that I get that many. And I could do the ID numbers as well, so that when I email it on, it's quicker. Ruth, you're laughing at me saying I'm not thick. Ruth, honestly, I wake up in the morning and all I'm doing is, all night I'm dreaming of these messages. So if you could just send me very simple format of name, ID, fact of what's happened, so that I can be able to format that very quickly to an email, rather than me trying to go back and forth of, I don't understand where you're coming from, and ask lots of questions. So I want this time next week, everybody to be in a position where they're happy where they are in this business. Okay. Right, I've got to jump on the call with the big boss now. Okay, see you later, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for jumping on. Bye. Bye-bye.